history of the Russian people bearing the brunt of their leaders' catastrophic mistakes, and this may well be a situation where ordinary Russians once again are forced to absorb, hardship as a result of disastrous leadership in the Kremlin.
All right, Susan Glasser, always great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, here in the United States, in just a few minutes, President Biden delivering remarks at the Port of Wilmington in Delaware at the U.S. Navy's commissioning of a nuclear-powered submarine. CNN's Oren Lieberman is live for us there in Wilmington. And Oren, you explained earlier that this ship is actually already being commissioned, but now in a more formal way, with people in attendance, including the President and the First Lady. The significance of this particular nuclear-powered submarine?
Of course, not only the significance of the timeline, that sort of shifting timeline because of COVID, the USS Delaware, a Virginia-class attack submarine, was actually commissioned in April 2020, with the first U.S. Navy ship to be commissioned at sea, submerged, and it was simply a matter of the times there right at the beginning of the COVID pandemic. There wasn't a chance for the ceremony we're seeing here behind us, part of the tradition, the history, and the culture of the Navy. So that will happen today. That ceremony getting started here behind me, the Lieutenant Commander speaking just a moment ago. But of course, the world has fundamentally changed between April 2020 and now, as we watch what happens with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And that, of course, is what we're waiting to hear. Will President Joe Biden, in his remarks, make any mention of that, especially one day after his administration authorized another $300 million in security assistance to Ukraine? So that's what we're looking for. In terms of the ceremony itself, we'll hear from a few speakers, not only Biden, but First Lady Jill Biden. She is the sponsor of the submarine, which means she plays an important role in the submarine's history, its milestones like this one, and she becomes in many ways a part of the submarine. We also expect to hear from the Navy Secretary, perhaps Senator Tom Carper, and some others throughout the course of this commissioning ceremony. And then you'll see the sort of traditional end of this when all the sailors, some of whom are standing here behind me, run onto the submarine, and then it is commissioned. This is actually being called a commission commemoration because the commissioning itself happened a couple of years ago, but this is what we would normally see as part of the ceremony, as part of the circumstance, as part of the history behind the submarine. The submarine itself has a crew of about 135. To give you an idea of scale, it's about 370 feet long, if I remember correctly. And that's what we're seeing here. The USS Delaware, again, a Virginia-class attack submarine. The speeches here should start in just a little bit as the ceremony gets underway. We will, of course, listen, and we'll keep you posted here.
Okay, so things are underway. The Delaware governor was just introduced. And then I wonder, too, Oren,